This is the way I start the morning. Actually, it's already 9 o'clock, so the morning I started already, but this is the first video I make for the morning. That is my wife driving in front. Her client just fell off her horse. That horse ran home. So I'm riding this donkey back home while my wife takes the lady to the hospital. So it begins. So before I knew it, half of the day was already finished. The two IMSs were supposed to finish the solar today. Lucas asked if he can use our drill, and then he didn't show up to work today. I hope he's okay. We're struggling to get hold of him. So I got IMS and Enzo to help with fixing irrigation. There's some lines where the irrigation was a problem, and so we're redoing that, getting it ready. And this is actually such a cool tool. Turn it and it drills a hole in your pipe, and then show us how you put the tap in it.
You have to put it like this and turn it here.
Okay.
Like that.
Until the hole goes pop.
Yeah.
And then the tap.
The tap. Yeah.
And by using these taps you can decide which lines is active and which lines not. Just push it in and boom, Bob's your uncle. It seals, and you can either close that dripper going that way or open it. Simple. Turn off the tap like this. Oh, it's easier when you have two hands, but you'll get the idea. There. So is this already installed? This is vetiver. You can see our mulch is also starting to stay longer. So I had this guy yesterday walk through the net house, and he was so surprised that we don't use any poison and we don't use any fertilizer. And he looked at this mulch and he said, you know what, we pay money to get rid of this. I said, yeah, for us we turn this into money. So mulch and mulch, and still we never feel like we have enough mulch. It feels like we're also always lacking. We always need more mulch to come. So Gift, and where are you going, Shirley? Okay, she's coming now. They will be doing the lines. So we've got these two lines, and then the idea is, so you made them a little bit too long, Raka. Okay. Take it to the ground, right next to the plant. Donna, come hold the camera for me, please. Let me put the camera down here. I'll put the camera like this. Okay, then in theory, you take it to the ground, right next to one another. You turn the plant around it like this a couple of times, something like that, and then this one goes the other way around. Maybe another part of the plant. I think it might have been easier if they were younger. This is the idea. And then pull them down, turn them around like that. And then all the bottom leaves we need to cut off, take out like this. If we have scissors, oh no, do we have scissors here?
I don't know.
Go check first quickly. Bring us a shearers.
Yes, sir.
Snoeisker.
Oh, okay.
Secateurs. A lot of the diseases from a tomato comes from the ground, so ideally you don't want anything touching the ground. You want the whole plant in the air. So don't be scared to pull off too much. Where's the
That is it.
scissors? Go look for it. Don't be scared to take off too much. You can take off a lot. The parts that's here you must put on a rope. If you need to put more ropes, put more ropes. But this one you can even put around. In the beginning it's not going to look nice for now. Something like that. Now you can see the ground all around it.
Yeah.
Take off all the leaves, then you know this one is good. It's good to go. See. Okay, then you do the same to the next one and the next one and the next one.
Okay.
Ims?
Yeah.
Once this line is open, you can open the water for us, nee?
Yeah.
You see the grass is quite dry here. And then what we can also do is we can mulch. Mulch below, nee? But for now, I want nothing touching the soil. In a perfect world. Okay, let's get that done. The lines you can see, these are now extra lines, so you can see this is too much. This is too much. So the next ones, cut them, measure yourself like this. This is your length. Maybe cut 20 of them, put them in, start with the thing. Okay, this is your length, and then cut 20 and then take it from there. Again, one of those days where you feel like you've done nothing. Got things ready for Lisa, and collected the horse box that needs to go with us tomorrow. Obviously Lisa can't be picked up in a dirty car, so we need to sort that out quickly. Ims and Gift decided to work late in exchange for a couple of hours tomorrow, so we can get the car nice and ready. See, there's a little pressure washer, that thing helps as well quite a bit.
Fine. Back here,
The slow pace,
there is.
I'm crawling into the township to go deliver Ims's mulch. The sun is setting. I've got David the Good playing through the system, so that's always good. David the Good on air layering, which is fantastic. See? Sit back. Anyway, so David the Good on air layering, and I think we're gonna have to do quite a lot of that in the future now. Just interesting fact, this is the Save More over here, and this was one of our first building projects while I was working for my father. He took a shop here and revamped it into the Save More that's there, and into the Pep stores that's there. Sorry, my phone is making noises. Maybe switch off that sound so nothing comes out there. Over here is COSDEC. COSDEC is like a technical thing where people learn how to build, etc., plumbing and so on. We can get students from there if we can give them work to do. But yeah, sometimes it's almost more difficult to try and give them work to do than it is just to get somebody that knows what to do. Trying to straighten up this GoPro quickly. This is the nice part of the township, definitely. So tomorrow is Lisa Day. Our whole day was focused around getting everything ready for her. So many things that you think is nice and ready, and then once you've got somebody special coming over, then you realize it's not nice and ready. So not sure if you guys would enjoy driving through the township, but maybe let's do that. Let's drive to Ims's neighbor's house, and so you can see what the living conditions is, and I'll tell you little bits of details about where we are. And there's two broken cars, one coming from the front and one I'm driving behind. Interesting. I wonder why they're driving with their hazards on. I think this one in front of me is actually being towed, but because the traffic is so high, it's difficult to pass. People always say Ovaranga is a quiet town, but if you drive here this time of the day, it is crazy busy. I normally drive that way about 2 kilometers. I mean, there's a dirt road that's easy to drive and almost no traffic. Since I just washed the car, I don't want to drive there. See if I can keep it clean for at least one day. Driving on the dirt roads here, it's 5 minutes and then your car is dirty again. So I'm gonna see if we can change that. So there's 50,000 people living in Ovaranga. Most of them live in the township here, and most of them live in tinsel town, houses made from tin. There's a couple living in nice houses like this. So this is actually very, very nice. This is a church over here. These ladies are coming back from town. They sold things the whole day, I assume, and now they're coming back and selling their things. I'm obviously part of keeping traffic back because I'm driving behind these people dragging one another or pulling one another. I'm part of. That was almost an accident. Almost caught that accident on camera. People are driving recklessly because they want to get home, but so busy that you don't really want to pass here. Tire shop over here. You can get your car's tires fixed. I also want to drive past this, but this is a blind hill, so you don't really want to pass on a blind hill. I know there's little stripes on the road meaning that you can pass, but I think if you pass here you're gonna die. So my family is quite famous for driving fast. I don't. I drive very much in the speed limit, and I try to very much stay within the law. It's also very common practice in Namibia and South Africa to bribe speed cops whenever they pull you over. And many years ago I decided that I'm not going to be part of that. I'm not going to bribe police officials, and I'll rather, if I break the law and they pull me off, then I'll rather just pay my fine. So okay, so this is a famous landmark in the township, this one here, Itambi Bar. This is sort of the crossings between different areas. Okay, now we go on the dirt road, and so there, my plans of keeping the car clean fully sized gone. Probably could have stayed on the tar road. There is a tar road passing IMS Road. If we go that way, loop that way about 3-4 kilometers, and that road eventually goes to IMS's house as well. Maybe we can drive back that way. Actually no, I think I just want to get home. See my wifey. Interesting story. The house here on the right. This house was actually once in the market for a very reasonable price, and so I tried to buy it, and the guy asked for some money up front, etc. And so while we were waiting, he said he needs cash urgently. While we were waiting for all the things to go through the attorneys, I tried to buy that house. Sorry, I quickly want to show you here something. See there, clay. These houses are made with clay, and turns out he stole the house. He stole the house from a charity, and so I lost quite a bit of money on that. These houses, this is called the Clay House Project. These houses were made with clay, and the municipality gave people houses, areas, and the rule was that they taught them how to build houses with clay. The big trick is, once those houses, people wanted to start selling those houses, the bank didn't want to finance them, so they lost crazy amount of value, because now you have a house that you can't sell, or the bank wouldn't finance it. You can sell it for cash, but the bank's not going to finance it. No. This is some of the newer areas. These houses all sold for between 400 and 500,000. 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, and then the walls was built later on. The idea behind the houses was that the people should have just built like a shell and sold the shells, you know, the shell of the house, not paint, no ceilings, no tiles, nothing like that, to people so that they can then later on add their own. But then the contractors quickly realized that people are willing to pay extra for the extra cupboards and things like that, so they did a quick bait and switch. They got the I thought I switched that sound off. They got the land for next to nothing from the municipality, build these shells, and also sign contracts with clients to buy the shells, and then also sign contracts for the cupboards and the ceilings and the tiles and all the insides. And so at the end of the day, the people that ended up with the houses was in a completely different bracket than was meant to buy them with the municipality. The municipality wanted to sell it to the lowest income class people, but people who bought it was actually quite in a much higher income class. Anyway, okay, so this is our 100 and something African smiles are dug over here. Manette's house is just 2 blocks that way, and so I'm driving to Imsa's house. So Ims can't help me now. He's somewhere. He got, with the help of Brendo, he bought some stuff to build a chicken coop today. So we might be soon we might go and pick it up. So we'll see about that. Pick it up and build a chicken coop for him and for Manette with the help of Brendo. So it's quite cool to have Ims run extra projects in the township. It's gonna make our lives much easier to get this place green. This is some of the new tar roads. So see if I can pass here. Okay. So the tar road stops just before Imsa's house. Over here. This is Etameko, Imsa's place. And so to get to his neighbor, what we call his neighbor, is a little bit further than right next to him. Careful for the kids here. I think because of the small yards, these kids are taught to play in the streets. I think it's here. Yeah, I think it's this house. Ndina. I don't know if you remember Ndina. Imsa's got a project, so I'm bringing them some compost and mulch, etc. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna switch the camera off quickly, just reverse so I can focus on my driving. Anyway, okay, so yeah, let me switch the camera off. I'll show you quickly what we're bringing them. You take it from there. Restarting the camera before I jump out. Hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
We are fine, sir.
Are you good? Is your father here?
Yes.
Where is he? In the house. Just tell him I'm outside. So he's expecting me, I think. Up on here. So loads of mulch and worm compost. Marag. Gaan het goed? Good. Im said I must bring you some things. Okay, so while they're offloading the mulch and the worm compost, I quickly want to see what's happening behind you. So I had a question today about 1 tree or 5 trees. This is the size of the smaller trees. That's a mango going there. The Africa smile got water today, which is nice. rubbish and things like that will obviously still part of the plan and part of the education, etc. See, there's something growing there. Seems like the mulch has been cleared here, but if you remember with IMS as well, it was a thing to get him to keep the mulch. It is a thing, and to clean the yards of rubbish. They have the same word for rubbish as they have for organic matter. And so 2 years ago the idea broke me, is how do you get the guys to take away plastic but they leave the mulch? It completely broke me, but just give it time. If you look at IMS, he's quite a successful story. His garden looks like a big food forest already. So you have to be patient. Not everybody's got the same values. It's a little papaya coming along, and that's part of this African smile. So this is very, very rough still, and it seems like it will break your spirit if you're not strong enough. But the fact that they're willing to offload all of that mulch and the worms and willing to learn and listen to IMS is a big, giant plus. So as I'm driving home, I quickly just want to do an interjection here in the movie. While we were, look at that cool sunset behind me. While we were busy there, IMS actually showed up, and it was so cool to see him be so disappointed about the people using the mulch or throwing away the mulch. It's just I think almost exactly a year ago that I was so extremely disappointed in him for throwing away the mulch, and then he made a serious turnaround, and he's now so pro mulch and pro permaculture that it's his whole life. See, there's rain there happening in the distance there. In any case, I am so extremely proud of IMS, and his success gives me so much hope that whenever we take 3 steps back now, that I'm not losing hope, that I know it's just part of the process. Take 3 steps back, and that's on our way to take 5 steps forward. As soon as these people start seeing the results, then things will heavily change. So I've got hope. That is going to be the end of my story. I hope you have hope too, and I hope you have a wonderful night. See you tomorrow. Say bye. Bye.